right, good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday, the 12th of September, and Tiffany and I are still in Tennessee. And you can hear some awesome noise in the background right now. So this wonderful motor coach resort we're staying at, they're doing construction work behind us, and it has been nonstop for 2 days straight. But that's not the big concern that's going on right now. I had a mobile RV tech come out a few days ago to take a look at the jacks. The hydraulic jacks were having issues. Only one of them was. Up in the front driver's passenger hydraulic jack, it was leaking hydraulic fluid, transmission fluid. So I called them, they came out, looked at it. I also noticed that I had the rear one doing the same thing, but it was slower. Well, I woke up yesterday morning, checked it out, and it turns out the front passenger hydraulic jack is leaking fluid now. So I have 3 jacks that are leaking fluid. So it's not looking good. The mobile repair company called me this morning to let me know that they can order the jacks, but they're about $700 a piece. So right out the door for 3 jacks, I'm looking just at around $2,100 without labor. I don't even know how much labor is going to be. It's $120 an hour, and I have 1 jack that's working, so that one's probably going to go too. So I'm going to assume the worst, and this one. So out the door, we're looking at $4,500 just to replace the jacks. So that's something that I am not willing to do at this point, because we have invested quite a bit of money into the rig already, and I'm not going to drop that much money. So the problem we have is stability while we're in the rig. In order for the rig to be comfortable and safe for us to walk around in and live in, we need to have jacks. We have 2 slide outs that rely on those jacks as well. So we can't live in the rig. So they can order the jacks. It would take 2 weeks for us to get, but we're gone in less than a week now. So we're going to make the decision to put a pause on the journey. We're going to head back to Alabama. We're going to get this into a shop for a hydraulic repair instead. There are shops around the area that potentially could do it. I'm hoping I can get somebody to do it, but that's going to be the next move that we're going to have to make. We're not going to make it to Arizona this year. We're going to have to just stop the journey here in the US, at least for now. I can't spend $4,500 just to get these replaced. It's just way too much money. So we're only 3 weeks in, and we're already having to put a pause on it. But we have to just stop when we think we know we need to stop, and it's disappointing. It's really disappointing. There's been a lot of issues with the rig, and this is just like the last one that I want to deal with. I don't want to spend way more money than I already have. So we're gonna pause. We're gonna finish our trip here in Gatlinburg, but we're gonna go do some fun things, and then after that we're gonna head back to Alabama and reassess. We already have a plan of what we want to do this fall. Stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. But right now, this is the route we're going to take. We just can't live in the rig. We can't drive anywhere. We can't even sleep in here. We could barely walk around here now because it's wobbling all over the place. And anytime that I go to lever the coach, even with the condition that the jacks are in, they just go right back down. There's just not enough pressure in the jacks anymore. So that's it. But for now, we're gonna enjoy the last week that we have out here. My guitar is being repaired up in a town north of here, so I gotta wait till that's finished, and then we're gonna take back off and start over. So as you can see, we had another unexpected issue pop up, and this one was a big one. I mentioned the cost of $4,500 for a reason, because after doing the math, it would have been probably more than that. So we would have to replace all 4 hydraulic jacks, because the 4th one, even though it's wasn't leaking. It's going to leak at some point, and why replace 3 when you can do 4? So it would have cost us that for the replacement, plus labor, plus lodging, because we'd have to stick around for another couple weeks until the jacks got there, and then had to pay them to install them. So we were looking $4,500, $5,000 just to do the jacks. And instead of doing that, we came back to Alabama, so that way we can recollect ourselves and figure out what we're going to do next. So we had talked about putting it into the shop to have the jacks repaired, which is a much cheaper expense, but that would have taken probably more time than it would have taken to replace them. So even if we got everything done, it would have been way too late into the season to get back into the rig and head out west, and our window to be in Arizona was shortening, and we weren't going to be able to have the time that we wanted out there. So what we decided to do is we decided to put the rig into storage, and we are going to go to Europe and the UK for the next 4 to 6 months. So the great thing about it is we're going to be able to do this pretty inexpensively throughout the entire trip. I already got us there for free and booked the tickets, and I got them, and they're free. And I'll explain how I did that in the next video. But we're gonna do that along the way as well to try to save money and make it a great experience. So, we talked about doing Europe first before we decided that we were gonna go do the RVing. We weren't sure which way to go. We decided to go with the RVing first, just so that way we'd have enough money to do the RVing. But with the expenses that we ran into, we were starting to dip into finances that we were planning on using for this trip. So we're going to do this now. It's the winter time. There's going to be less tourism there. The temperatures will be a little bit on the colder side, but better than 95 degrees that we're experiencing right now, and warmer than what we're used to in the Boston area. So we're going to be taking off in about 2.5 weeks for this trip. So what we're doing right now is we're getting ready for this. So next week we'll have a quick video on what we're currently doing, and we'll continue to post. And we were offline for the last 3 weeks just because we were trying to get everything figured out, and didn't expect it to happen, but it is what it is. We're doing this journey to live, and we're doing this journey to travel, and we're doing it to be happy. That's the reason why this channel is in existence, and we want to bring you along on this journey too. So there's a great big world out there, so we're going to do some more exploring, and it's going to be cheaper than what we just went through with the RV. So stay tuned, let's have some fun.